The world, it can be a cruel place, but it's fair to say that Frank O'Connell left this world, a much better place for his contributions to his family and his massive sporting interests. Born in Edenderry, Frank was quite a sportsman in his day. Right through his youth, he was a winner in various disciplines, being a Leinster champion cross-country runner, while he attained success in the football and hurling fields with St. Rina's and in soccer with Birr Town. When he retired from playing, he became a leading soccer official, was chairman of Birr Town for some 20 to 30 years, and became one of the top officials in the Leinster League. But it is for his contribution to the greyhound industry that Frank is being honoured today. Greyhounds were part and parcel of the O'Connell household as he was growing up in Tullamore, where his father Pat was a well-known breeder and owner. Frank duly took up the cudgel, and if you spent a night in his company, you would be regaled with a succession of stories regarding his triumphs, near misses, the successful gambles, and the ones that went astray, just like any other doggy man. One thing's for sure, you would have been told of Garbally Dove reaching the last 16 at Powerstown, of Garbally Jewel winning the Open 700 during race week at Galway, and about countless other greyhounds that passed through his hands over the years. Frank became an expert at landing the Duffer Stakes at his local meetings, and it is reckoned that he won up to 40 such events over the years and celebrated most of them in a certain establishment in Balnagar. Not surprisingly, he became known locally as the King of the Duffers. But like his soccer activity, Frank was also drawn to the administrative side of the sport. He became a member of the Mullingar Greyhound Owners and Breeders Association, progressed through the ranks and was chairman of that association, and then ended up as chairman of the Irish Greyhound Owners and Breeders Federation. It was these activities that brought him to the public attention, and it was no surprise when he was appointed a member of the Irish Greyhound Board. He was in his second term on the board when he got a tragically early call from above, and the sport is much poorer for his departure. He was a very loyal person in every walk of life. He spent his entire working life with An Post, and he chalked up almost 40 years with that company when he passed away. He had been the manager of Birr Post Office and had been awarded the agency in the new setup in December '08, and son Enda now occupies that position. Greyhounds wouldn't have been the first love of Frank's wife, Phil, who describes herself as more as a woman that climbs the mountains. Frank, she says, lived life to the full and loved his sport. Indeed, she recalls that night after night, when Frank and Enda would watch Match of the Day and argue bitterly long into the morning about some aspect of that game which they disagreed over. Frank's illness was sudden and brief. Not a man to bother with the annual services, we'd say, like you do with your car. He didn't visit the doctor over regularly, but he went to his great medical friend, Dr. Paddy O'Kelly, on Holy Thursday. He was detected with his illness the following Tuesday, but still managed to live life to the full until his so premature departure in August. I would now like to call on Phil O'Connell to come forward and accept the award.